This is the story of a young man who died due to a small mistake, and then his soul never rested, and people see the same accident again and again. Watch the video till the end to know the complete story, and don't forget to like the video. So let's start the story. Lake Scugog, located within the small town of Port Perry, Ontario, is relatively famous among paranormal enthusiasts. A local restaurant called the Jester's Court attracts many tourists from across Canada due to its renowned hauntings. The restaurant was even featured in an episode of the popular Canadian ghost show Creepy Canada. In addition, a simple rural road has gained a fair amount of recognition due to one particular spectral resident whose spiritual remains sadly linger in the area as a permanent reminder of a horrible traffic accident. During a ghost tour, I learned that according to legend, a young man from the area mounted his motorcycle and decided to go joyriding back in 1957. He traveled heedlessly down the deserted road at many miles over the speed limit in order to determine just how fast his motorcycle could go. Eventually, he lost control of his motorcycle and swerved into an adjacent field. He then struck a barbed wire fence and was promptly decapitated. Sightings of a strange bright light are common in the same area where the victim of the tragic accident met his gory demise. According to witnesses of the paranormal occurrences, the light appears and passes through without any vehicles from which to cast it. It was an uneventful Friday night in October of 2010, and my mother drove my brother, my sister, and I to Lake Scugog as we had nothing else planned. Traveling to haunted destinations was undoubtedly a favorite pastime for us. After a late dinner at the Jester's Court, we decided to drive down to that same rural road in the hopes of spotting the phantom motorcyclist still journeying aimlessly down the dismal road where he spent his final wretched moments. We pulled over to the side of the road and waited patiently for any signs. After an hour or so had passed, I became restless and decided to step out of the car and casually pace along the side of the road. Moments later, my brother did the same. We began discussing other famous hauntings when our attention abruptly turned to the horizon as we noticed a solitary bright light in our peripheral vision. Not wanting to jump to conclusions, we continued to stare directly at the light as it slowly expanded, appearing to draw even closer to our position. What became the most perplexing was the absence of any noise. The light appeared close enough that surely from such proximity, we would have heard the sound of a motor running if it was an ordinary motorcycle. Apart from the chirping of some crickets nearby, all was quiet. Moments later, the light vanished and the area became dark once more. In consideration of the circumstances, we surmised that we had become to latest witnesses to the ghostly young man who sadly lost his life to a horrific accident that could have easily been avoided. Tragically, it seems as though the victim who met his end in such a gruesome manner may never find peace.